Hi. Thank you for attending today's reading. Let's begin. Sang myself out of a potential DUI, so this story is 100% true events. No one ever believes me, but I have 3 witnesses from the story lol. So I just started talking to this girl. We had been on one date and then I invited her to a concert with a friend couple of mine. Ted Nugent, REO Speedwagon and Styx in 2012. We were in our 20s. Rock on lol. Back to the story. We get to the concert and it's the middle of June and one of the hottest days of the year. The girls split a pint of tequila while my buddy and I slam a pint of Captain's and a couple beers. Throwing all the empties into the back hatch of my Blazer. We definitely were not hydrating and the 90+ temps were not helping our condition. We get inside the concert venue. And to the top of the hill and a random older guy says, "Hey, my wife don't smoke. You guys wanna hit this J?" We're like, hell yay. Pull out one of our own and have a little session. As soon as we finish the joints, the date I brought immediately throws up all over this dude's blanket and their spot and runs off to the back of the hill. So we quickly apologize and go after her. She's laying down about to cry and way too drunk. So we console her as she lays on the back of the hill for like 20 or so minutes trying to recover. We decide it's best we should probably leave. Whenever she's ready to go, she lays there a little longer. Then Styx, Renegade comes on and she jumps up and makes a beeline for the car. The rest of us get a chuckle out of it but follow her back to the car. In my younger years I was not the sharpest tool in the shed and may have drank and drove too many times. Luckily nothing bad ever happened and I have grown and no longer do that. But we leave the concert. And while the whole ordeal with my date sobered me up a bit, I would have 100% blown over the legal limit. Being young and dumb, off we went to go home. I'm driving down the freeway no problem for a good 10 minutes. My date's practically sleeping in the passenger seat. Then I notice the car behind me is riding my ass. I'm going 80 in the fast lane as is. But speed up to 85. Sure enough, still riding my ass. So I speed up to 90. Still riding my ass. As I begin to speed up again. Boom, red and blue lights. Sure enough, it was a state trooper. And I'm being pulled over. With a trunk full of empties and weed on us still. Friend did have med card. But this is where the craziness really begins. The state boy walks up to the car. Younger guy. And he's being real mellow and cool from the get-go. Asks me why I'm going so fast. I answered honestly in a playful kind of tone. I wasn't going that fast at first. I also didn't realize you were a cop. I thought you were just some asshole riding my ass. Surprisingly, he chuckled and asks for my documents, and of course I don't have my insurance information. But he was like, "Okay, don't worry. Where you guys coming from? Tell him we were at the concert." And he's like, "Oh man, you guys left before Ted laughed and said yay. We really wanted to see him but my date had a little too much to drink." And out of like a half-conscious state she pops up and says, "I'm sorry." The officer chuckles again. And he's like, "All right, hang tight, I'm going to go run your information." He goes back to his cruiser. The 4 of us are freaking out a bit thinking I might get arrested. How are they all gonna get home and normal shit like that lol. He comes back and says, "All right man. Slow down. And I'm just going to write you up for not having the insurance. If you take proof to the court they'll waive the ticket. Hold tight while I go write it up." He's gone for what seems like forever. Then comes back and says, "Well, it's your lucky day. Computer crashed. So I'll tell you what. You guys sing me a song right now and you can go." We all kind of look at each other like, is this for real? So I put on Keep on Loving You by REO. The CD was in my CD player. Lol, we're singing the beginning and it's slow. And he don't look amused. So I quickly fast forward to the chorus. And there we are. Car full of 4 drunk 20-year-olds. Singing, I'm gonna keep on loving you. 'Cause it's the only thing I wanna do, at the top of our lungs. Cops laughing his ass off. Holding his flashlight in our face like a microphone. After going through the chorus a time or two, he pats the hood of my car and says, "All right guys, have a good night," and walks off. We again all look at each other like we're being punked. I slowly pulled off and drove away, thinking this guy's toying with us. He's about to pull us over again, lol, but nope. Drove the remaining 15 minutes home and in the clear. That date is now my wife of 3 years. And our wedding song was most definitely Keep on Loving You. I love to think that there's body cam footage of us singing somewhere and that the cops watch it and get a chuckle, lol. End of story. Next story. The most insignificant thing made me cry. I was driving and singing along with music. I pulled the passenger side sun visor down to block the sun in my face. It was the perfect angle. I realized that the mirror is left open. I always keep the mirror closed on the driver's side sun visor. I realized that the mirror is open because my ex-wife left it open. She'd regularly use it to touch up her makeup in my car. I realized that this insignificant thing was the last thing of her that was in my life. And it fucked with me. Tears just started falling out of my eyes. It's not that I want to get back together with her or anything. I did not close the mirror. End of story. Next story. My mom almost called the cops because me and my sister were hiding so well. When I was about 9, me and my older sister had a kind of secret base in one of the house closets where we would play checkers for hours. We had this entire system. A lamp that had its cord coming from outside the closet into the closet. A little dim light from something called snap circuit that we'd turn on if we heard someone coming in the room. We were playing for about an hour when someone came in the room. So of course we turned off the lamp and turned on the dim light. This happened a few times and our system worked perfectly. I said at one point that we should leave and check on everyone outside the closet. But my sister insisted we stay in. We're in the closet for about an hour when I hear my mom call for both of us. We leave and my mom was just yelling us about where we've been. Apparently she sent my younger brother to the nearby park to look for us. And she almost called the police. Let me know what you think. My writing isn't that good. I know. But I wanted to tell one of the funnier stories I remember from a while back. Also, my mom was yelling in a worried way, not in a mean way. End of story. That is all for today. If you want to support my automated channel, feel free to drop a like and subscribe. See you tomorrow.